Hello, I'm Eric Stock, and welcome to this Titan Coaches Show, joined now by Dave Barrett, the head coach for the Illinois Wesleyan women's soccer program. Coach, good to have you here.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Getting ready to start your 17th year here at Illinois Wesleyan and preparing for your opener this Friday against Luther College. Give me a sense for how the team has been doing so far in the preseason getting set.
Yeah, no, it's been, I think, a very productive first 8 or 9 days of the season. We've transformed the roster a little bit over the course of the last year or so. We've got a lot of young players. So it's been an exciting transformation to welcome in some new players who we think are going to really add to the overall quality of the team and help make some of our returning players better as well. And we're excited to get going this weekend.
7 starters gone from last year's highly successful team that was conference champs. What's the most important thing for the newcomers to adapt to get set for this year?
I think, as with any transformation, you transition into college from playing high school and club soccer, the level of competition, the speed of play, the sort of the grind is a change for them, in acclimating themselves to that. I think will be critical. So a lot of it's more mental and emotional than the physical, because I feel like our new players can play soccer and they have good soccer IQs and they're soccer players. And it's just going to be, the questions will become, all right, well, how are we dealing with the day-to-day of balancing classes, and then we play Friday and Sunday, and then another game Wednesday, and so forth and so on. So once we get our feet underneath us, I think it'll have settled in a little bit more. But the mental and the emotional side of it on the women's game is probably equally, if not more so, than the physical side. Like football and men's basketball, like guys are going to grow unbelievably. Women tend to not do that same sort of development physically, like put on 30 pounds of muscle like a football player will or something. So it's more of them emotional stuff and a lot of the psychological. So the quicker we can bring them along in that capacity, I think the better it'll go.
And they don't have a lot of time to adjust, because that first match is this weekend and they've only been on campus for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's Division III. We have a very short window, 16 practices before our first game. We played 3 different scrimmages though, which has been a really good opportunity to grow and get some pictures of what works and what doesn't work when we're putting together the puzzle. And we've just been sort of pounding the stone and kind of grinding away, and sooner or later we'll start to kind of get things clicking and in sync. So I think we're very optimistic though. I like our roster. I think we have a lot of good soccer players, and the returning players are excited about it as well.
And I wanted to ask you about one of your returnees, a freshman defender from last year, Ellie Crabtree, who was part of a USA soccer club that went to Brazil this past summer. What was that experience like for her, and what do you feel that she gained from that to bring to the team this year?
Ellie had a great experience. She's actually our second athlete in the last few years that's gone on that trip, and she went with a lot of other Division III players, girls from WashU and Carthage and Rhodes College, and I forget a few others that we see around. It always gives her experience. It gives a nice sort of culture experience as well, being on her own for a period of time. And Ellie, I think it benefits playing from different people and growing her confidence. And I think she's one that will benefit from having some steady soccer players around her, so she doesn't necessarily have to shoulder as much as the burden as she did in the past. So we're excited for her as well.
I can only imagine making that kind of trip across, overseas, basically, in South America at such a young age. That would have to be a life-altering experience.
No question. I mean, we do that as a team as well. Like we take foreign travel, and it always is. So when you go with your team, it's special, because you know everyone, and it's much more of a sisterhood for them. And when you go with a bunch of strangers, it's a really different experience, which is basically what Ellie did. So she's looking forward to going with us on our trip to Italy next spring. She's like, I'm going to know everyone already, so it's going to be like much more fun for me to not have to like spend the first 4 days meeting everybody. So it is a really great experience that you look back on as an athlete and go, that was one of the best things about it. So
indeed. Lastly, opening up on Friday against Luther, just thoughts on the opener?
Luther is a good program, well coached. They were an NCAA team last year. They won the Iowa Conference, 13-3-3, I think their record was. So we have a lot of respect for what they do as a program, and we expect a good product from them, and we're excited to get out there and see what we can do.
Well, Dave Barrett, we wish you best of luck this season. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.